Hello everyone, welcome to Peach on Earth Tarot. Today I'm going to be doing the reading for Libra, mid-month November. A few things before I get started. I do offer personal readings. You can find the information for that down below or in the About Me section here on my YouTube page. You can follow me on Instagram or Facebook at Peach on Earth Tarot. And then the last thing I wanted to bring up was that I know that I tend to talk a bit slowly when I do these readings, and I also shuffle to get the cards. I don't pull the cards. And so if that takes a little longer than you like, you can increase the playback speed. If you hit the three little dots, you can, it'll give you a playback option. I usually find that 1.25 or 1.5 is a little helpful if it bothers you that I talk slowly. If not, then you can just leave it as B. Okay, you guys, when I was getting into your energy, what's odd is that they had me listen to a song first. Normally they give me a message and then they kind of tell me if they want me to get a song or not. This time they just told me to jump straight to the song. And it was odd as well because the song that they gave me was the exact same song as Pisces. So maybe you're dealing with a Pisces, or you could have Pisces in your chart, like heavily in your chart. But the song was Katie's Been Gone by Bob Dylan and the band. And they actually want me to read the lyrics, but it's almost like someone has been in separation, like you've been in separation with someone, okay? Now, I will say that when I did the Pisces reading, it seemed like Pisces was Katie, and the narrator was the other person, okay? But I'm going to read the lyrics. It says, Katie's been gone since the springtime. She wrote one time and sent her love. Oh, that was one thing that came up for Pisces. Like, this could be someone that you've written letters with, or at least one letter that you guys have written each other. Like, you've written them one and they've written you one at least. Katie's been gone for such a long time now. I wonder what kind of love she's thinking of. Dear Katie, if you can hear me, I can't wait to have you near me. Oh, Katie, since you caught that bus, well, I don't know how things are with us. I'm still here and you're out there. Katie laughed when I said I was lonely. She said there's no need to feel that way. Katie said that I was her only, but then I wonder why she didn't want to stay. Dear Katie, if I'm the only, how much longer will you be gone? Oh, Katie, won't you tell me straight? How much longer do I have to wait? I'll believe you, but please come through. I know it's wrong to be apart this long. You should hear me, or you should be here near me. Katie's been gone now. Her face is slowly fading from my mind. She's gone to find some newer places, left the old life far behind. Dear Katie, don't you miss your home? I don't see why you had to roam. Dear Katie, since you've been away, I lose a little something every day. I need you here, but you're still out there. Dear Katie, please drop me a line. Just write, love, to tell me you're fine. Oh, Katie, if you can hear me, I just can't wait to have you near me. I can only think where you are, what you do. Maybe there's someone new. So it's almost like this seems like there's two people in separation, and one is just like waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and wanting this person to come back, and the other one doesn't really seem to have them on the radar very much. And at the end, the person who's just like waiting and waiting kind of loses hope there. So we'll see what the message is. I do know that Ascension came out for the Pisces too. Like, Katie wasn't just gone, like she had actually like ascended. Maybe there was like a reason why she left. It wasn't just because she left this person high and dry. Just, you know, that she was like ascending. Maybe like the narrator needs to look at their position too. Like, what made Katie want to leave the relationship? Was it just because she has commitment issues, or is it because of something that they were doing in the relationship as well? Okay, so it was just to look at things from all perspectives, not just our own perspective. I will say, like, my throat is really like, I have a lot of drainage, which like is not really something that happens to me that often, so I might have to pause it and clear my throat a little bit. But I don't know, maybe it's like something about needing to speak, like that throat chakra is a little stuck. Okay, can I have 1 or 2 archetype cards for Libra, please? Now, Libra, I will say that I haven't you're the last mid-month reading, and I haven't gotten any counterpart readings. Maybe the Pisces was the closest thing to it, but this does feel like it might be a counterpart. But also, like I said, it's like if you're the narrator in this situation, it's like looking at things from all the perspectives, okay? Oh my gosh, Pioneer is on the bottom. That has been coming up in so many readings. Okay, so we have the teacher. Oh my gosh, and look at that, the throat chakra. That's what always stands out to me about this teacher, because teachers have to speak a lot. And she has this necklace on that's right over her throat chakra, and it's huge. Like a teacher's throat chakra has to be open. And this 1, 2, 3, 4 is standing out to me. Right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's that one song? By Feist. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't remember. Now it's kind of bothering me. I might look it up so I can clear my throat. Actually, I am going to do that. I'm going to clear my throat and look up that one song. All right, just a second. Okay, you guys, this is so interesting that song came up because it says 1, 2, 3, 4. That's actually the name of the song. It's by Feist. Tell me that you love me more. Sleepless long nights. That is what my youth was for. Old teenage hopes are alive at your door. Left you with nothing, but they want some more. You're changing your heart. You know who you are. Sweetheart, bitter heart. Now I can tell you apart. There's a lot of not oxymorons. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Just someone going from having a sweetheart to a bitter heart. That happens with age. And they're talking about teenagers in this song. Cozy and cold. So opposites, sweetheart to bitter heart, cozy to cold. Put the horse before the cart. Those teenage hopes who have tears in their eyes, too scared to own up to one little lie. Your changing heart, you know who you are. And this is interesting. So it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10. They skip 7 and 8. So I don't know what that's about. Money can't buy you back the love that you had then. You're changing your heart, you know who you are. Yeah. For the teenage boys, they're breaking your heart. For the teenage boys, they're breaking your heart. So, that's kind of if you're the narrator in those situations, maybe unbeknownst to you that you actually did some damage to this person, this Katie person, right? That, you don't have to be a masculine or a feminine. It can be any way. It can be a woman that unknowingly does damage to their partner's heart without knowing it. So let's see here. With this teacher, shadow attributes: manipulating or abusing students, teaching negative traits and destructive skills. Light attribute: ability to communicate knowledge, experience, skill, or wisdom. So it's almost not able to communicate or using communication in a negative way to being able to communicate what needs to be communicated. And then with the Pioneer on the bottom, shadow attribute: compulsive need to keep moving on. Oh, that's that Katie energy right there. Right? She needed to just keep going. And then light attribute: passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. I'm telling you, I don't know, with this imagery, it's a light bulb. So it's the electricity's on the outside and the love's on the inside. The passion's on the inside. But in order to get through to the love and the passion, you have to go through the uncomfortable bits. The electricity, electricity can be really scary if you come in contact with a live electricity, which sometimes when we are in relationships, we can feel like we're experiencing that type of energy, that live electricity. I don't know if you've ever felt that with a person before, but it can just be your whole body is just vibrating, and it can be really, really scary. But in the middle of it is this love. But sometimes when we experience that, we get scared and we run, okay? But what I was going to say is, like, you know, electricity can be scary, but it's also really, really useful. So it's like, that can be really scary, but it's also really, really beneficial to us. And the teacher, it's like almost like I'm getting that you need to express, like, crack open your world, right? And express it to whoever it is that you need to express it to. Because she has this globe and she has it cracked open, and like all these little bits are coming out. It's almost like all of our thoughts and emotions are coming out. And she kind of looks a little bit weary. If you look at her eyes, like she's kind of like squinting and looking off to the side, but she like knows what needs to be done and is going to do it. And so she's got almost like this necklace is like helping her say what she needs to say. Say what you need to say. I keep getting songs. Say what you need to say. What's that song? Say what you need to say. Okay, I guess that's a John Mayer song. Say what you need to say. And so with all the songs coming through, I really feel like maybe you guys are like singers or songwriters, or you just actually like really get a lot of messages through music, or that's something that you guys shared with this other person, that it was like that's how you guys connected, was through music or something like that. Okay, we're already 12 minutes in. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and use the True Heart Intuitive Tarot to clarify this teacher energy. Let's clarify the teacher for Libra, please. Can you clarify the teacher for Libra? You know, I kind of do want to keep this out just because I feel like it's important. It's an important energy this month, or this mid-month anyway, for how often it's come out. That tends to happen when I use these archetype cards. There's like one energy that's really prominent. I know the last time I used them, it was like the Avenger energy kept coming out. And now this time it's been Pioneer. So, okay, let's clarify this teacher. Okay. So we have the Ace of Swords. That's communication. That is like the beginning stages of communication. That's how I'm seeing it. That's how I'm hearing it. But what I really like is, so there's one sword, but there's actually like a lot of other swords in this card. I'm seeing the purple here. Something about the, and look, and then there's an eye right there. I was about to say third eye. And then there's an eye right there. So it's like maybe you guys are telepathically communicating with each other. But there's so many swords here. What I'm getting is like, it's not just one truth. There's all these other like things that are being said that have never been said before. There's one main one. I feel like I just heard like feelings, like admitting feelings. And then there's like all these other little ones that are like, your guys' communication is changing. Like you're going from not telling each other things to just telling each other everything, because like why hold back anymore? It's like going through that electricity, right? The communication is the electricity. That's the scary part. Telling people how we feel, the things that have hurt us in life, the things that make us happy in life, just letting someone see us truly for who we are, that's terrifying. But that's what it is. It's like, that's the electricity, and that's how you get to the middle. That's how you get to the love. And it's almost like you use the sword to slice the world open, right? To let all those truths come out. You see how that world was whole, and then you split it open and all the little truths come out. And it's like two halves make a whole. This could be like a twin flame type of situation, divine counterpart, whatever you want to call it. But that's what I'm kind of getting here. Okay. Judgment. Wonderful. Ace of Discs. And then the Princess of Cups. Hang on. They're telling me to, because, you know, I usually draw from the top, but they came out like this, and they're telling me that they want this card first. They want it like this. With the Princess of Cups and the way that she's like almost cheersing, like she's saying cheers, and it's almost like she's saying cheers to this person up here. Like she's looking directly at that teacher. Ability to communicate, knowledge, experience, skill, or wisdom. The light attribute of the teacher. So, but anyway, this person, it's like, they're almost like saying, okay, cheers, let's do this. Let's get into everything. Because she is cups, right? And cups is about emotions. And so she's saying, cheers, let's do this. Let's get into this. This could be you, but it's almost like these are two people. This person is like being like, F it, I'm going to just say everything. And this person's like, cheers, let's do this. Let's say everything. And then you have this Ace of Discs, which is like, it's a stable start. And with this Ace of Swords, it's like, it's a stable start. That's where you build your foundation. Both people are willing to just open up their communication to each other. And then with Judgment Day on the end, it speaks for itself. Because if these people learn how to open up and communicate and be open with each other, they begin this foundation, and then they get their judgment. Like, you get your start. You get your start. Like, even if we were to keep it like this, it's the same thing. It's almost like both of you have been through the world, right? You've created independent worlds. You've created separate worlds. And I'm getting that especially because Judgment is the number 20. And it's almost like I'm seeing the 10 and the 10. So there's 2 10s here. And like X is for 10, right? And XX is 20, but I'm seeing it as 2. So it's like one, you've already created these worlds. And with that, Katie's been gone. It's almost like when she leaves, they're quite young. And even with that 1, 2, 3, 4 song by Feist, they were talking about teenagers. So it's like when this person came into your world, I feel like you were teenagers. And then you guys separated and created your own world separately, and now you're coming back together, and it's like this Judgment Day, this are we or aren't we gonna do this thing? And it's like with this Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords, it's you very much are, and you guys are just deciding, we're opening up, we're doing this. Let's get some clarifiers for each of these. What is the clarification for Judgment, please? Do I need to... Nah, I'm going to leave them like that. What's the clarification for Judgment, please? I'm going to use the Morgan Greer Tarot to clarify. Clarify judgment for Libra mid-month November, please. What is one card for this judgment, please? One card for judgment for Libra mid-month November. Say what you need to say. That's the Ace of Swords to me. Just say it. Everything. I think when you start saying everything, they'll start saying everything. Oh my gosh, come on. So the Hanged Man. Yeah, it's almost like you guys are... You've been waiting a long time for this. And I feel like with the Seven of Swords on the bottom, it's always felt like an injustice. It's always felt like you've both been robbed. Hang on, I feel like really emotional for all of a sudden. You both feel like you've been robbed of this life with your person because you were, one or both of you was too scared when you were young. It's like you've just been waiting and waiting and waiting. What is going on here? You've just been waiting and waiting and waiting for this clarity and truth and beginning to finally come. Ace of Discs for Libra mid-month November, please. What's this Ace of Discs for Libra mid-month November, please? Ace of Discs for Libra mid-month November. Okay, these cards are acting weird, but they're not coming out. Ace of Discs for mid-month November, Libra, please. Ace of Discs. Like this keeps happening, where the cards are like going up and like turning, but not coming out. And there's like always a bunch of them though. Well, I just wanted one, but I never specifically said that, so we'll take both of them. Knight of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. That's interesting, you guys. Okay, because, you know, we have the Ace of Pentacles here, and then the Knight of Pentacles has a pentacle as well, and then here we have the Two of Pentacles. It's like the two coming together is the two. And it's almost like your pentacle and their pentacle, or your pentacle and or their pentacle and your pentacle coming together. Because if I'm saying it right, like the Pisces felt more like Katie, and then the Libra feels more like the narrator. It's like this person's been stuck. And that's the narrator, right? Like they were waiting and waiting and waiting. But then the Knight is also like moving, but they're really slow. So it's like really mirroring energy here. Like, because I can see it as both. Like I can see it as this person is like finally deciding to like open up to Libra. Like they're just ready. But then here, you know, with the Hangman is the person that's been waiting. But also it's like that person that was gone could have been stuck as well. Like they could have been stuck in fear, and that's why they ran for so long. Because the Knight of Pentacles is slow, very, very slow moving. He like assesses everything to a T before he moves forward. You know, like he has to know and to be able to, he has to be able to anticipate what's coming next at all times. But it's like then the Two Pentacles are able to come together and they find balance, because the Two of Pentacles, you know, there can be a lot of shadow aspects to the Two of Pentacles, but in this sense, I'm seeing it as natural progression. We're going from the Ace to the Two, okay? So it's like 1 to 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then what's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, get your body on the floor. I don't remember. It's like all these songs, I don't know. But it's like the 1, the 2, and then the 3 and the 4 are coming. But it's balance. You're finally finding a balance. That 2, the 2 tens. You're finally finding the balance. The stability. Because Pentacles are all about stability. Okay, can we clarify this Princess of Cups for Libra, please? Princess of Cups for Libra. Princess of Cups for Libra, please. Can we clarify Princess of Cups for Libra? Okay. Okay, this is great. I don't really take reversals, so we have the Strength card. And then the 6 of Wands on the bottom. And the 6 of Wands is all about victory. That's like he literally has that victory laurel on the one that he's holding, on the rod that he's holding. He's won some kind of battle. It's almost like, and it looks like he's returning. So this could be like the person that's returning. It's like they finally figured out what it was that was keeping them running. And it reminds me of this Knight too. But they're finally returning. And this is like not a teenager. This is a man, right? Like he's grown a lot since they've been gone. And they finally know, it's like the victory is they finally know what they want and how to get it. It's not just what they don't just know what they want, they know what they want and how to achieve it, because that is true victory. It's not just knowing what we want, but also being able to achieve it. And then with the Strength card underneath this Princess of Cups, it's going to take a lot of courage, I'm hearing. You could be dealing with the fire sign as well, or have fire in your chart, or they could have fire in their chart, because the King of Wands was on the bottom with this, and that's all the fire energy. But the Hangman, is that Pisces energy? I can never remember. But Strength is Leo. But it's going to take a lot of courage. It's going to take a lot of strength to get through the uncomfortable sensation, right? Of communication, of exposing ourselves. You know what they're showing me? Like, okay, so your person could have blonde hair. Not just because of this, but I'm also seeing like this is her head. Like that's the blonde hair. And inside, like she has love all throughout her. Because the electricity, I am seeing that as like a mind, right? Like that's the mind. And the yellow around it is like her hair. And so she's like, she knows love. I just heard, but she's never experienced it. Like she's had relationships, but she's never experienced it. Like love, like true love. This reading is making me so emotional, you guys. And it's just going to take a lot of strength, but I think both of these people, they're ready. They just are ready to just lay it all out there. Okay, we're going to get your advice with the Crystal Mandala Oracle. What's the advice for Libra, please, for mid-month November? The advice for Libra. What's the advice for Libra, please? What's the advice for Libra? Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, so first off, we have on the bottom sensitivity. It breaks down to a 3. 21 breaks down to a 3. Ascended Master Lady Nada, I don't know. And rhodochrosite, sensitivity. So it's like that's the electric energy to me. The electric energy. It's like it's almost like when you're with this person, you feel so sensitive to all of their emotions, their words, their smell, their sound, just everything. It's like you just are so sensitive to them. And I even feel like metaphysically, like And like maybe you guys are communicating in an astral way, but it's like you're incredibly sensitive to each other. And then we have 15, breaks down to a 6. Archangel Raphael and Malachite, grace for the grand gesture. So it feels like maybe there's some kind of grand gesture happening, and like that's your advice, is to just brace for it. You need to brace yourself if this person's coming back to you. Okay, I don't know what the book's going to say, but that's what I'm interpreting right now. We bring you the gift of grace for the grand gesture, although there are times when even the smallest acts, such as choosing to think a positive thought, is enough to transform your world. There also comes a time for the leap of faith, the grand gesture of unconditional trust that will free you from the past and empower the universe to gift you with a new future. The grand gesture it's almost like that cycle is just closing, the cycle where you guys are apart. And maybe it's not even necessarily a past person. I am getting strongly that it's like someone that it's like you guys had crushes on each other when you were teenagers. That's what it feels like. But it wasn't just like the everyday crush. It was like a crush. Like you guys really liked each other, but you didn't have the guts to say it out loud. And so you guys went your separate ways. And maybe you've had some contact, like I was getting that letter writing. Maybe you've had some contact, but not ever like a lot. Let's see here. Universe will gift you with a new future. The grand gesture is the big step, the willingness to say to the universe, I trust you and I know it is time for life as I know it to give way for a bigger, bolder experience, and I am willing to allow you to lead me into it. You then make an offering which confirms your declaration and empowers the universe to reward the faith you have demonstrated. The grand gesture cannot be forced. If it comes from a place of should or uncertainty, then you are not ready. The grand gesture must be unconditional. It must be something you offer, not for what you can get in return, although the rewards will be rich, but because you are willing to offer something of yourself in service to love. I'm getting choked up again. When it comes from this place, the grand gesture is a trigger for divine grace to express itself in your life in an entirely new way, surpassing all expectations and showering you with blessings. Goodness gracious, Libra, what are you doing to me? Okay, so I'm going to read this affirmation to you guys 3 times. It says, the universe responds to my every action and trust with an outpouring of love, assistance, encouragement, and opportunity, which I gratefully receive. It is safe for me to take a leap of faith. The universe responds to my every action and trust with an outpouring of love, assistance, encouragement, and opportunity, which I gratefully receive. It is safe for me to take a leap of faith. The universe responds to my every action and trust with an outpouring of love, assistance, encouragement, and opportunity, which I gratefully receive. It is safe for me to take a leap of faith. Okay, Libra, this has been your reading. I hope that it helped. I hope you resonated. If you did, you can like, comment, share, subscribe. And I thank any of you for being here. I thank any of your guides that were present, any of my guides that were present, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.